Welcome to the channel. This is the Kaldheim Commander Series, number 22 of 36, Halvar, God of Battle. We'll be using mostly Halvar, also occasionally the Sword of Realms, though. Halvar gives enchanted and equipped creatures double strike. And at the beginning of each combat, you may attach an aura or equipment attached to a creature you control to target creature you control. So basically he lets you move one enchantment or equipment every single combat. So on your opponent's combat and on yours, you can move one thing around. On the other side, he is an artifact sword, +2/+0, and vigilance to a creature. And when that creature dies, return it to its owner's hand. Occasionally we'll be using that sword. Mostly we'll want to use Halvar. If you have something like Giant Killer and you need to kill a bunch of creatures and that's your only way forward, you might put him down as the sword, return the Giant Killer to hand, kill a creature. I have also a couple of times returned All-Shades of Life's Bounty to hand to be able to save something, or Selfless Savior. But mostly we want to be using him as the double strike enabler, moving around weapons and equipment. We've got some flying to get past, plenty of weapons. This is one of the best ones. If you can get it in there, make sure you have it. A little bit of life gain here and there. You can get up to making angels. I've done it a couple times. Got Sentinel's Eyes, recurring enchantment, all that glitters. We have enough stuff, enough artifacts and enchantments in here to really make that matter. There are quite a few small spells, so Clarion Spirit works pretty well. We need a little bit of removal here and there. Some counters are good. Sticking on the board. So yeah, that's basically it. Starnheim Courser allows us to more easily cast our enchantments. Removal, pluses, and sticking, and a big finisher. Other than that, just a little bit more removal and a single Faceless Haven. I've messed around with Tyrite Sanctum, and it's okay with him. We're generally using up our mana every turn, though, so most of the time it's not needed, but it is an option if you want to try it. Alright, let's get in there. Okay, Kroxa. Meados 0. Medas. Kroxa's not that bad of a matchup, it seems. I don't think I've actually done it yet, but it doesn't seem like it would be that bad. Only have the one creature here. Generally you want to start with more creatures than just one, especially against something with removal. So I would have mulliganed that if I wasn't mulling over the matchup itself. Okay. This doesn't auto attach, so we can put it out. Doesn't help our Courser, but it does enable eventually. Double striking, okay. Got plenty of land. We can hold some back for... Oh, we don't want to discard land, do we, with Kroxa? So start with this. Maybe we'll discard the Sentinel's Eyes. Sure, we'll have plenty of chances to get it back with all of the stuff that'll be in the graveyard soon. Yeah, with just the one creature out, I'm not sure that this is going to be an easy game. So that can help, can't it? So we've got a couple options here. The Broodmoth doesn't actually do anything yet because we don't have any ground creatures. Hopefully the Kroxa can, or the Halvar can stick for a turn. Maybe they were waiting to use their single spot removal until I put Halvar down. Wow. Okay. Not ideal, but that's okay. Would like to hold on to the Stone Coil Serpent, but that's the way it goes. Can attack with Boot Nipper pretty safely, but decide not to. Okay, that's unfortunate. Definitely wanted to cast the Glass Casket and Brood Moth. Might just skip it so that we can casket, attach. Maybe they don't make us discard. You have to go through the motion each time, even if you don't want to. So you have to pretend you're going to put something on another creature and then take it back off and then cancel the action. That's the most annoying thing about Halvar, really. You can't just cancel the whole idea of attaching. You have to say, I want to attach this thing to this other thing. Okay. Does have enough to put Croxa down. Oh, it's just in his command. Oh, I see. Right. Could make a single 4/4 Angel here, which is good. We'll only still make a single one next turn, but just in case, I'm going to foretell it, get it out of the hand. We have plenty on board to kill him with. Extinction Event only hits one type of thing, so it's unlikely they can survive, but just to play it safe. If you don't have Starnheim, it's not one of the important cards in the deck. It's just, I found it helpful in a deck like this. Every once in a while you flood out and find that, and it can save you pretty easily just by itself. It's a bit better of a hand. Don't have much card draw, so blue and white. Using the modal lands, I might have takedown, but I think that we can be pretty safe about racing them on that. Trying to think what Vega has. It's been a week since I did that deck. Yeah. Hoping to save this. Might want to use it. I'm not sure. I think 4 is generally enough for the deck. There's nothing in the deck that costs more than 4, but with the Maze Mind Tome, we might want to play multiple things a turn for a little while. Yeah, now that we have that, definitely going to use I mean, so maybe not actually. Got at least, what, a turn before they can play anything from outside their hand. They can't foretell and cast this turn. They might be able to counter a spell with Saw It Coming, or okay. So what are they thinking? So let's give flying. No, it didn't stick at all. So this might just be might just end up being see if they block, then that'll be a pretty big tell. Huh. Well, it's not a Doomscar. Could be a Starnheim. It could be a... I mean, let's not let him have the card then. Whatever it is. Be a... I mean, it's not an instant, or they... Yeah, okay. Well, we'll never know. Huh. So many things. Not a lot of removals, so Finn might be difficult. Most of the creatures are going to be pretty small. I mean, we got a lot of our removal in this hand, really. Okay, I lied. There's a lot of removal in the deck. Okay, I think just doing nothing this turn might be the best. Don't... Oh, do I want Halvar to be the sword in a game where I'm going to be constantly returning things to my hand? Okay, this is a big pathing decision right there. All right, let's see. I mean, I feel like I'm winning right now. Does Sigrid want to just jump out? Suppose it doesn't matter if we just toss this on the ground and equip. Is this enough of a tell for him? Like to get 2 creatures out here. Okay. Mana cost 3 or less. So that's good. Sigrid's a little bit nicer to have out because of the first strike with the sword on it's very strong. Oh wow. And where to start? I'm a little bit worried he kills a creature here, and if he does, then I'm in trouble. And which is more valuable? I'm not sure. Maybe the giant killer, because a big creature, you know, they kill Sigrid and they just get their creature back, but they kill giant killer. Okay, that's a little bit better. Give them both first strike. I suppose gaining a little life wouldn't have hurt there, but just worried for my creatures. I only have 2 of them. Gotta try to protect. Okay. Not bad. Really missing that double strike now. Okay. Vigilance is really nice. Now, did we tap down? Beginning of your upkeep. I guess just maybe we can keep it tapped down. Yeah, tough choice there to put Halvar down as the sword, but with all the death touch, just didn't know if it would work out any other way. And we only got 2 creatures the whole game, so I think that was the right choice. Still, he could have overcome, you know, with the first, you know, he gives first strike, so it's possible that would have been an easier match with him. Very few things in the card in the deck that interact with Vorinclex. We've got the Aspirant, the Saga. Oh, I meant to do. Still low on creatures. This happens way too often. Kind of surprisingly. Suppose it wouldn't have mattered. I couldn't have attacked this turn anyway. Most of the stuff that could interact with this is even. Giving us +1/+1 doesn't really help. Your takedown doesn't do anything. could equip here and attack. I'm not going to gain anything by it, though. I think even is the right play there. You have, like, Bite is even. They could have Blizzard Brawl, which is odd. Vorinclex is even, though it has Trample, so it's still going to do 3 over the top. Okay, probably save that. Guess our next turn will be the big one. Attack first. Hopefully they don't just kill Halvar, and then we have a pretty good turn. Speaker of the Heavens seems a little bit weak in the deck. I think it has potential, though. Now we have to get him dead. We need to recast that, and I don't really want to banish my own Halvar. So maybe the play here is to just Kabira takedown and attach a weapon. I think I like that the best. Make sure the ooze doesn't grow. Probably not going to get a big enough board to Kabira takedown a Vorinclex. So. Oh, that's not... Yeah, attacking with him wasn't as good as just attaching it to... See, the problem with picking... Oh, this is odd. Okay. Yeah, so attaching it to him or Halvar would have been better. I'll have to reattach next turn, maybe. I could banish the Kenrith transformation, of course. I don't really want... I want to save that, because he's got Vorinclex coming down really soon. And yeah, just all these things. She's up to 4? Yeah, okay, 4. Could fly over. If I had one more land, I could do all that. I need to be able to reattach, because I put it on the wrong thing. This is protection from even, so this goes straight through, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Toss down the Wings of Hubris. Once we get a land, this is a good play, but for now it doesn't really do anything. Stops us from making angels. Oh. Interesting. It's a tough decision. I'm not sure that I like that, but... Okay, does it stop us from making angels? We can make angels for 1 turn. See, I think Sigrid's probably the play here. Either this turn or next, depending on if he blocks the speaker. Might just hold back. Attack with the speaker and then make the angel off of that. So let's see, we need 7 more, so that's 32, so yeah. Six, 7, 8. So next turn he can have that back. Didn't read the name. Is this the same? Probably not the same person. We'll count it as a rematch, though. We have so many low casting cost creatures. It's hard to want to take something this high, but Stonecoil Serpent can come out on the second turn probably and do some pretty good work. I'm not convinced Felidar. In fact, I think Felidar Retreat probably isn't a good card here. Usually I'd rather see something, some great value 3 to cast creature maybe would be nice in that spot. Then again, when it works really well. It's another one of those that depends on a flood, and we're hoping to not flood, but could save this for way later. Luminous Broodmoth does not interact well with it. It's a good ground creature. And on the other hand, Skyclave Apparition and Broodmoth are wonderful together. Put them next to each other there. I almost wouldn't mind putting the sword down this game, but let's see. Second card. Are they going to be... So I got the Beanstalk Giant. Yeah, you don't draw with that Fierce Empath. You just put cards into your hand. So sorry to say. I don't want them drawing a lot of cards and making a lot of cats, but I don't think the Apparition... I think this is the best target. Okay, let's set up for a nice turn. Oh, that's equipped too. I don't think I want to waste this. He probably wouldn't block with the Jewel Rail. That, on the other hand, looks like a pretty good target for the Apparition. It's tempting to get the Felidar Retreat out this turn, but we can also always put it out next. Will we want to? Probably not, because we'll have a Halvar to play. Could put Daxos out, stop him from attacking for another turn. Though he'd only be a 2-2 without the rest of the squad down. The Broodmoth at least blocks this next turn with a chump on the Stonecoil, but that doesn't help either. So I suppose no good plays here, right? I thought that I'd have Raven Wings equipped. I thought that it was the one that's only one to equip, but it's not. Just stop this from growing for now. See if he takes the block. I don't really mind trading this for Jewel Rail, actually. Now that I think about it. Oh, should have. That's what I intended to do. Well, give him back a 3/3. That's not ideal either. If they've got any tricks to make this trample and then bite our Broodmoth, or or both. Well, first loss of the day with the deck, so not too bad. This does absolutely nothing now, but, you know, sure. Yep. Uh-huh. Let's try one more. No, I died, if that's what you're asking. Just depends on our hand. That's a good commander. Okay. Banish it once. That might be enough to get us through. Does that mean you have a good hand and you're about to kill me? Or is that a genuine hello? Lord Rob. Lord of Garenbrig. Okay. So we just keep pushing back Yorvo. Doesn't do us any good to let him take over the game. Oh, he's got wilt or something, doesn't he? Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, maybe he was upset that he accidentally declined to put his commander back. Okay, back for the wrap-up. Halvar got a battle. Some easy, quick games. It's a very aggro-oriented deck. You get a couple creatures down, equip them up, put Halvar out, and win. As you saw, it's pretty consistent. I think we lost 1 out of 5. I wouldn't say that my win rate has been quite that good. Maybe we were a little bit lucky this morning, but still, it's a good deck. It's really one of the better commanders. I was glad to come up with or be using a commander today that won lots of games. My last couple have been a little bit more difficult. Get something like All That Glitters with a few artifacts and an enchantment out. Fly over with a Maul of the Skyclaves and win in a couple of strokes. So we didn't. Sometimes in a more control-oriented match, Starnheim Unleashed will help a lot, but we didn't have to even worry about that. I don't know if we need all of this removal, but it's been helping quite a bit, as you could see. Lots of low cast commanders out there that get hit with stuff like Glass Casket. Banishing Light's awesome for taking their commander down. So, you know, yeah, especially if they decline to put it back in their command zone. Yeah, this is a questionable card, but in general, if you know the decks that you're playing against pretty well, you can usually guess right, and it can take over the game by itself, as you saw in that one time that we got it out. Let's see, what other heroes were there? I don't know about Stonecoil Serpent. This was in one of the lists I was looking at, and I thought, well, let's give it a try. But uh, we don't have a lot of reach, and the flying potential in the deck is limited to just the few artifacts that we have. So maybe it's a better play than I think. We don't. I haven't seen a lot of flying that's been worrisome lately. So maybe we'll see. Speaker of the Heavens did pretty good work. We got a scoop after making an angel, and that's what you'd usually expect once you get up to angel potential. Sentinel's Eyes is great. Just bring it back over and over again. It's almost like an equipment in that way for Halvar. We got to use the sword with Giant Killer a couple times, bringing it back to hand. We didn't actually. We got to threaten using its ability, but just ended up putting it back down. Yeah, some real good plays in there with most of these cards that we saw. It all worked pretty well together. Some of the things that I don't think are working, I'm going to rework the deck slightly, so you probably won't see Felidar Retreat in the deck that I post under this video. If you like it, then I've had some games where it just won me the game, so it's not as if it's the worst card in the world or anything, but I think that I would prefer, like I said, a 3 to cast good value creature. Another thing, suppose I said I didn't know about Speaker of Heavens, but just in general, it's a good enough threat that I think it works in the deck. Other than that, maybe not Luminous Broodmoth. We have enough flying in here with the stuff that often it's not even going to get an effect. But generally, it takes out a removal, and you can force them to remove Luminous Broodmoth before you put Halvar down. So it's not even bad if it's just purely as a removal drawing spell. So yeah, I like it. Hope you enjoy the deck. Good luck. Have fun.